and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Vanessa and welcome to my channel. Here on this channel, we talk about lifestyle vlogs, product reviews, and everything in between. I know I just get to dish out some of those very juicy content that you would like to see. And if you're an OG on this channel, again, I want to say a very big thank you to you for always coming back to support the channel. Don't forget to give this video a very big thumbs up if you enjoy watching. And to know if you enjoy watching, that means you have to watch to the very end, right? So please do well to give this video a very big thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section, and of course let us dive right into it. Today we are going to be talking about 5 ways to know if she is the one for you. I know a lot of my brothers out there, when they are of age and they want to start settling down, that is when they start doing the findings. They start looking for wifey. They start looking for the one that has wifey attitude. That's not when you're supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to be doing this from the dating stage, okay? From the time you're getting to know this person, to the time you are dating, to the time of, saying, okay, now I think I'm ready to marry this person, okay? You need to do these things. You need to follow this process. You can't just wake up one day and you be like, oh, and now I am ready to get married, so therefore let us go to the altar and go and get married. No, that's not how it works, okay? That's not how it works. Unfortunately, in this world of ours, I think like when the men are ready, they just want to go out there, get somebody and get married. So I have written down 5 points today that we're going to be treating just to guide you, on when you're planning on choosing a partner, just things you should consider when you are planning to get a partner or when you are considering settling down. Some of the things you should look out for in these ladies. Oh, my sister, don't come for me, okay? I'm just telling these my brothers the very truth, and they need to. One thing, I have my phone here. You already know that, so definitely I'm going to be like looking down and reading from it because I have jotted down some of these things. So the number one way to know if she's the one for you is that you feel a deep emotional connection with this person. Yes, you feel seen, you feel heard, you feel understood by her. It's not about just saying you want to like get to know this person, on the surface level. Of course, that process is there when you get to know the person, maybe when you guys are friends, when you guys are just starting to know each other. But the moment you want to take it to the next level, these are some of the things that you need to consider, okay? That means you have this emotional connection towards this person. It might not even be as strong as you would think about it, okay? But as time goes on, you might feel like, okay, I am getting like attached to this person now. And that's how it goes. So the number one thing is that you feel a deep emotional connection with this person, okay? And you feel that very deep connection, to the point of saying, okay, I think this is the person, I want to be with. I think this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. And yes, sometimes you might have these deep connections, right? And then you might end up being with the wrong person, okay? So as we go into like more points, you're going to understand, or you would be able to like understand what we mean, okay? And that's the number one point: deep emotional connection. It is very, very important. You don't want to marry somebody or be with somebody who you don't feel anything towards at all. For we, like, the practical aspect of life is that, as men, you feel towards this person before you like even go to that point of saying you want to marry the person, right? Because truth is, unlike women that over time, they get to fall in love with this person, because for ladies, it's a gradual process, okay? But for men, it doesn't really work that way, okay? For men, it does not work that way. So for men, you have to feel that connection to know that, okay, well, I feel a certain thing towards this person. Yes, over time, it can still grow, to even a deeper connection, okay? But at least you have to feel some level of connection with this person. So that's number one point. Number 2 point is you share common values and goals. Your values, your beliefs, and your life goals align. Yes, that's another thing you need to consider, okay, before saying that, oh, this is the one for me, this is, and all of that. You need to feel that you have to have like common values and goals. You need to feel like, okay, this person, whatever I am planning for the future, this person also thinks that way. Because imagine if you are planning like, okay, in the next 2 to 3 years, I want to jackpot out of this country. And then this person you're looking at settling with is saying, oh, in the next 2 to 3 years, I feel like I'm going to be like in this country where I'm going to be having my business, situated here. Or I'm going to be, that means the both of you have two different goals, okay? And with that, it cannot align. And with that, it's problem at the end of the day. You don't want that, okay? So if truly she's the one for you, then your goals need to align, because you need to be thinking the same thing. It's just like two heads coming together, but you're literally like thinking about the same thing, the same lifestyle, the same way of raising your kids when you decide to have them, and all of that. Very, very important. Those are things you need to consider. How you build your career, your travel plans, and all of those things. Your goals, they need to align. Your values, they need to align. If your goals and your values are not aligning, my brother, she is not the one for you, for sure. And yes, there are some people that at the long run, maybe when you like start getting to know them and talking to them, you'll be able to like, shift their mindset, like a bit. Of course, this is like for the positive aspect, okay, not from the negative aspect, but like the positive aspect, whereby you can, talk to this person, and then they can compromise, and be able to say, okay, now I look at this, I am weighing these options. I think the option you're bringing forward is better off. Okay, let us go with this. Let us go with this. Now, that's how you know a woman who is meant for you. Okay, so that's number 2 point. Number 3 is you feel supported and encouraged by her. Okay, now I always say that your partner should be your number one cheerleader. Okay, your partner should be your number one cheerleader. If you're with somebody who does not cheer you up, if you're with somebody who does not encourage you, if you're with somebody who does not push you to be the best version of yourself, then you're with the wrong person, my dear brother. You're with the wrong person. Imagine you have like goals, you have aspirations, as a man, like, okay, I want to do this, or, you want to build like an app. The first person you get to share this, dreams and aspirations with are this lady, right? And then she goes, oh no, do you think you can do this? Oh, with the economy in Nigeria, do you think you can do you think it will sell? Yes, your opinion is welcome, okay? But you don't have to kill the person's dreams like there and there. So my brothers, if you're with a lady who, is talking down on your dreams, talking down on your goals, talking down on your aspirations, then you're clearly with the wrong person, okay? And you need to find your person, because your person should be your number one cheerleader. She should be the person to motivate you, push you, pull you, literally, to like be able to meet those goals. Okay, I just needed to check on my mic to be sure we are still on. So that's very, very important. That's the number 3 point, that you feel supported, you feel encouraged, you feel seen. Your dreams are valid with this person, not the person that when you tell your dreams to, they just want to have a way of crushing it, right there and then. That is not the lady for you. So the number 4 point is, and be vulnerable and imperfect around her. Okay, being vulnerable and imperfect around the person that you say, okay, this is the lady for me. If you know that you cannot be vulnerable, if you cannot be imperfect around, because we are human beings, all right? We're human beings, and nobody is perfect. Like, we need to understand this thing. So if you are with somebody that she says, oh, you have to be like all perfect at all times, you have to be this, you have to be that, then my brother, you are with the wrong person. That is not your person. Your person should be able to like love you, whether you're perfect, whether you're imperfect. And we're not saying the negative aspect, okay? Don't get me wrong. Because some of you will just go and leverage on this point and be like, oh yes, I'm imperfect, so you have to accept me that way. No, if you have like a dirty character as a man, you need to change it before you say you want to settle with anybody's daughter, or before you want to even get to know anybody's daughter. You have to like work on yourself, okay? You have to work on yourself very, very well before you get into like any form of relationship, friendship, or whatsoever with anybody's daughter. All right? So, but what I'm saying is that imperfect in the sense that, yes, you might not be able to like arrange as much as she does. Okay, that is why you complement each other. That's why you complement each other. If you're the one that, okay, you don't know, you're not very good at arranging, but of course you're willing to learn, right? If she does know how to arrange very well, she's going to teach you, all right? As long as you're willing to learn, I am sure you would be good to go. But if you're with a lady that does not accept your imperfections, or let's say, I'm looking for like the barest thing I can use as an example, right? The barest thing in the sense, okay, let's say for example, you use the restroom, right? And you don't drop like the cover of the toilet, right? Because for some of us like ladies, it's something for us, right? If you don't drop like the cover of the dish, then she's like, oh no, I can't deal with this person. Whereas you as a lady, you can actually like teach your partner these things. It's a habit. And oftentimes these habits are like, you have to build them over time. Okay, so when you're with this person should be able to accept it, to say, okay, I know he does not know how to, but I'm willing to teach him. And you as a man to be teachable. Okay, be teachable. So if you are not able to be vulnerable, alongside or with your partner, sorry, if you're not able to be like vulnerable, like when your partner is there and all of that, then that person is not for you. as a man, if you cannot show like your emotions, if you cannot like, break down in presence of your partner and all of that, because some women will be like, oh, you're not a man if you cry and all of those things. No, like let out the emotions, be vulnerable, complain about like the things you are going through, and that you don't feel good about it. You can complain about it like, oh, my day was stressful, and things like that. Some people look at it as weakness, but no, it is not weakness. It is you being vulnerable before your partner. Okay, so if you're with a lady that does not, handle that vulnerability well, then my dear brother, you're not with your person. Okay, your person is meant to build you up and not tear you down. That's one thing you need to understand. And now to the very, very last points for today. Okay, the number 5 point is that you can envision a future together. I always say that when you are dating somebody, okay, if you're dating somebody or you're getting to know somebody, if you know that you don't see a future with that person, there is no point being with the person. Okay, I understand that some people will say, yes, how do you know you'll be able to like settle down with this person when you have not gotten to know them? That is why there is a talking stage, that is why there is a dating stage. Okay, so when you are getting to know them, of course, you must have been seeing some little signs, and things like that. That you'd be like, oh, okay, this person, I think this is somebody that I would want to like settle down with. Why? Because their values, align with my values, their goals align with my goals. I like the way they perceive life, I like the way they see life, and things like that. Okay, very, very, very important. So you should be able to envision the future with this person. Okay, when it comes to like kids, how many kids does this person want to have? Okay, do I think that this is what I want for my future or for my kids, and things like that. How smart is this person? How can this person handle like life situations and things like that? Those are the things you need to think about, okay, when thinking about if she is the one for you. Those are some of the points. I know there are like a whole lot. Trust me, there are a whole lot, and this is just like very few points. And I needed to come and drop this here because I know that yes, day in, day out, people are getting married. My brothers out there are getting married. They are looking for their soulmates. They're looking for like the bone of their bone, the rib of their rib, and all of that. But then some of these things you need to consider, before thinking if she is the one for you. Okay, so with that being said, we have come to the end of this video. If you have more points and you want to add, feel free to add them in the comment section. Okay, and we would be happy to have them there. Okay, because people will definitely learn as they watch this video. They get to learn from it as well. Don't forget to give us a like. Don't forget to leave a beautiful comment in the comment section, and most especially don't forget to support this channel by using the $ to support your girl. Okay, if you've watched up to this very moment, thank you once again for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right.